even there now. But it's time for a Wednesday show, so come on here. Okay, everyone, I don't know how well this is going to work. We're connecting with the to do this broadcast. So let's get this party started. We're only going to do like a 15-minute episode tonight. But welcome to the 800 and something episode. Episode of the Wednesday show. Today is August 5th, I want to say. 5th, yep, 2026. And I'm your host, as always, Brent Dodge. Hello. Today we're going to be coming to you from the MSC ships here. So what we're going to do is we're just going to kind of do a 15-minute episode here. We're going to do a little bit of a walk around the ship, but unfortunately at this time there's not much for us to do unless you're the hoity-toity. But we'll talk a little bit about what I like about the ship, what I don't like about the ship, about how I like it compared to Disney, and all the other fun stuff. First off, we're going to go across the bridge of size. This is going to be a bridge that has its own glasses on the bottom. Ooh. My favorite parts of the whole ship is this thing right here. Thank you. Yeah, we hit 10K this week too. Oh, and also, as always, tonight's episode is sponsored by our Patreon pals. If you're one of our Patreon pals out there, give us a no. Yeah. So this is the ocean. That's a lightning storm off in the distance, which is very cool. Alright, so what we're going to do is a short little, like I said, 15 minutes. I'm with my nieces and nephews. They're not with me directly right now. A few of them have gone to bed, but not all of them have gone to bed. Tonight's our last night on the ship. We get back to Port Canaveral tomorrow. So, a lot of non-Disney music we're going to get. So copyright today. Okay, let's see if we can get some ice cream. This ice cream line's open, but it's a long line. Let's see if the other ice cream line's open. Because we have priority. Alright, so this is my 4th cruise line that I've now sailed with. I have sailed with... Oh, that ice cream line's closed. I've sailed with Princess, Royal Caribbean, now MSC, and naturally, of course, Disney as well. MSC may be my least favorite of the 4, but that doesn't mean that everything here is bad. There are been some really cool things. I think the bridge of size is really cool. But we're gonna get some ice cream because priorities. Plus, I am tied with my nephew right now for our weekly total. So if I can go one ahead of him, that'd be super. And my D-duper. You get a lot of. It's over here. This is the themed area of the entire cruise. So how does it compare to Disney cruise? It's completely different then. So we do have constant ice cream, which huge plus. So my nephew and I have both had 21 ice creams this whole trip. I'm about to have my 22nd. When it comes to guest service, not even remotely close. We've had a few really bad interactions with the staff here. We've had some good. I forgot, I had not done a cruise since Disney with a different cruise line for quite some time. Really try to get away by these people here. Let's get our ice cream and then we'll continue into the questions here.
Can I get 1 vanilla and 2 chocolates, please?
So my first cruise I ever did was Princess. And then my second cruise I ever did was Royal Caribbean. And then my next 12 cruises was Disney. So there's a few things that I kind of forgot about when it's a non-Disney cruise. Number one, rotational.
Yeah, one for her.
It doesn't exist. Well, I might be the last person to get ice cream on this cruise.
Can I have a chocolate, please?
Thank you. Oh, I was the last person to get ice cream on the cruise. This cruise just became amazing. Alright, so let's go to the solarium. We'll go up by the water slides. We'll talk a little bit about that. I'm also going to stop here and get a cup of water real quick. You know, because that hydration. Ooh. Most exciting thing we've ever broadcast. Right. Let's set up shop up here. We'll go through, answer some questions, drink my water, eat my ice cream. Life will be grand. Oh no. Come on. Oh. Yeah. Let's prop you up against the water for now. No, that's not gonna work. Okay, so the ice cream, it's pretty good. It's about the same kind as Disney. Super good. How does it compare to Disney Cruise? So, customer service, nothing like Disney. The water slides, pretty good water slides, not the greatest water slides. And then, oh no, the teenagers. I checked out the kids clubs. Kids clubs are not good. They're about the size of my condo, and I live in a one-bedroom condo. So it does not exist on this cruise. It's right in this room. Rotational dining doesn't exist. You get assigned a restaurant. You go to the restaurant when you want to go to that restaurant. We went to that restaurant, and so it's my parents' 50th anniversary cruise. There's 14 of us. So you have to wait to be seated. Luckily, we didn't have to wait too long, but it took 2.5 hours, and we've got 6 kids with us. So it was not the most convenient lane for us to dine. But the food was pretty good. But we only ate at the sit-down dining place one night because it's the same thing every night. So what we did instead, the Disney Destiny's right behind us. So that was the Disney Destiny we saw earlier. Okay. I was trying to figure out what it was. We saw a Disney cruise ship that we passed a while ago. I was like, it's a Disney cruise ship. I should be there. So yeah, we did the dining. Otherwise, we've eaten here. This is the buffet area, literally for every meal, which it's pretty good food. Tonight we had hot dogs and pizza and burgers and steak. And overall, it's a good meal, especially when you're here with, like I said, 6 kids, ranging from 1 to 11. And yeah, we had a good time. The thing is, we had a great trip. I had a great time with my nieces and nephews. Wait, ice cream dripping. Good. I had a great time with my nieces and nephews. But I think we would have had a good time anywhere because we just had fun together. So that's been the best part of this cruise. is just getting to spend time with my nieces, my nephews, my parents, my brothers, my sister-in-laws. Because we had a lot of time. I'm afraid we're gonna lose copyright because of this song. I don't know what the song is, but we're gonna be losing it here. Hey Roger, how you doing? So we're almost done with this ice cream, people. I apologize. It's really good though. Okay. The activities on board, non-existent. There's a few things. My niece, or I'm sorry, my one nephew and two of my nieces were in the right age range to do the soccer game for kids, and they went through like soccer drills like intensely with these kids. My nephew scored 4 goals, so good job, buddy. I'm proud of you. But yeah, it's not the activities just weren't very existent. So I didn't go to any of the shows. Again, kids here. Keep the questions coming though. How are the water slides? The one water slide was a lot of fun. I really liked the one water slide. I did it like 10 times. My niece and nephew, my oldest niece and my oldest nephew, the three of us did a lot of the water slides on our first day here and today. We spent a lot of time doing those water slides. Overall, good water slides. The entire water area is actually a very cool water area. Very interactive. Ice cream looks good. Here you go, take a look. Not much going on here. Lots of people just running around behind me. Would I do MSC again? So my parents said that they've done MSC 3 times before. And they've done one other ship. They said the other ship that they've done is a whole lot better than this ship. So I think maybe, but do they have a private island? Yes, so the private island was a private island, a bunch of beaches. We pretty much hung out at the one beach the entire time. But what's weird is, unlike Disney, you actually stay overnight at the private island. Like, you don't get off the boat and sleep on the private island, but your ship stays docked. So they have a nighttime show on the island on the lighthouse. These people. This is the customer service I was talking about. They're trying to make me leave this area right now, but it was open when I got here. Almost done. Yeah, so the private island was nice. There's a few shops on board, or on the island. There's not much else, but we had a great time just swimming in the ocean. Most of us, everyone except for 3 people went swimming both days. And we just kind of hung out in the ocean, swimming, having a good old time. My 3-year-old niece was in love with it. Like, she was like, oh, I like ocean. I like ocean. Any celebrities do. So I wrote to Alex and Ashley the other day. Everywhere. I mean, everywhere. I can't see it here, so maybe not everywhere. But most spots on the ship, you can see Orlando Bloom and Drew Barrymore doing advertisements for MSC, as if you're not already on an MSC cruise. And like, we're already here. We're already on this thing. I don't know if you heard that. But that girl just said ice cream closed at 9:30. Technically, it was like 9:33 because we got the last one today. Suckers. Yeah, wait. Yeah, flip you around. Take a few more bites. I'm going to chug my water. You can be telling you're chugging the water too. This is an interactive experience. If you have water near you, put it to your mouth. Go ahead. Cheers, people. Well done. I'm proud of all of you. Okay. Let's go check out.
This is the kids' buffet. It's not open.
We'll go check out the pool and the spot where my brother fought with someone. My brother got done arguing with the one just about an hour ago. Okay, so up here is going to be one of the pool areas. I never swam in this area at all because it is like a greenhouse in here, which is something you don't really need when you're sailing in the Caribbean. There's just glass everywhere. So this room feels about 20 degrees hotter than the rest of the ship because of the design of it. And it's unbelievably hot in here. They got a pool, they got 2 hot tubs. My youngest nieces went swimming here today. But I think it's a cool designed room. We played foosball the other day here, and we could only spend we played like 1 game, and then it just got too hot. Oh look, it's Drew Barrymore and Orlando Bloom advertising going on a ship that we're already on. So we got these Lego guys around. So they have a special contrast with Lego, but the only thing that was Lego themed was just like 2 or 3 Lego things here. Oh man, these people. I want to take a picture with you. Alright, so the room on the right hand side is going to be the kids' club. And that's the entire length of the kids' room. Very, very small compared to a Disney cruise, which is the entire thing. Alright, so this is going to be all the games here. They got this F1 racer thing. I did this the other day. It's pretty cool. That was the highlight of the show. It's a cool thing, but it costs $12. $12 for like a 3-minute ride. So we bought some package that allowed us to get like $90 with the free games. So in here you can earn tickets. You can earn tickets to win prizes, but sadly, the prize machine's broken. So you can then bring the tickets to a attendant, which is not a great idea because the attendant decided to give my one niece a prize for 92 tickets. So then my other niece went up with like 122 tickets. She said, that's not enough. We're like, but you gave it to her. And she's like, and she started arguing with us, and yeah, my brother got very upset. He was like, he goes, we spent $300 on the arcade, and you can't give us 50-cent toys. It's a good point. But yeah, so some customer service things, not that good. Alright, so another thing that I don't really like about this cruise experience is this is the end of the line for me. I cannot go anywhere further than this gate right here unless part of the special MSC club. And this is about maybe a third of the ship is open to everyone, and then the other 2/3 of the top of the ship are only accessible if you have that thing. And there's not much on this part of the ship. You can use this out during the day where you can kind of sit back and relax, but it's not like Disney where you can go like the whole top deck and then there's like one part, like a very small part, is only for adults. It's very, very different. So it's kind of one of those that's one of the things that I would have changed for MSC, because I like being on the top deck, especially on Disney Cruise. And I like tunnel vision too. They don't have movies playing constantly, which is another thing that I wish that they would do, even if they just had to buy the rights for some, movies. But yeah, it's the top deck I'm not very impressed with. But even the middle decks, there's not a ton to do unless like you're a gambler and stuff. We spend most of our time in the food court in my parents' room, because my parents have a very nice view and a really nice big balcony. But when it comes to the water slides are actually very good. So they got these two blue slides that are over here. They start up here and they go around, and they're both fairly fast. Same thing with this brown slide right here. It starts right here, it goes down here. We did that quite a few times. This area, when the water area is open, has it so there is just a ton of water effects going on. This water gun especially can shoot up onto the top deck up here. So my nephew and I today spent a lot of time just playing in this area. I don't even think I was supposed to be playing in this area. I don't think it's supposed to be for adults, but at the same time, my nephew wanted me to be there. I was going to be there. They also have this little walking trail at the top. It's been closed the whole trip. There's a lot of stuff that's been closed for most of the trip. Half the games in the arcade were closed the entire trip. They also have this water slide that starts right up here. It goes down and comes down here. That one's actually a tube water slide. It's actually a lot of fun. That was my favorite one on the trip. If I had to go through and do rankings, that's number one. The slide at the very top, it's the one with the blue slides. The one on the right-hand side is a little bit better than the left-hand side. And then the third one is actually probably this brown one. The fourth one is the other one up at the top. But yeah, I think actually the water park was a lot of fun. I think that might have been actually one of my favorite parts of the entire trip. We got some more Lego people over here. And there's two hot tubs up here as well, which I never really took advantage of. And then, of course, we got our little barrier for us peasants to not be able to go any further up in the ship. But yeah, no, I'm sure that MSC has other ships that are better, because my parents have been on ships that are better. But the theming is just kind of weird. It's kind of a New York City theme, but at the same time, it's not. The atrium feels very small, very non-existent. I don't know. Everything kind of feels like it was just kind of forced together, and it was like people were just sitting in a room and someone said, "Oh, what if we have a jungle-themed water park?" And they said, "That's a great idea. Put it on the ship." What if we have a casino that has the Statue of Liberty in the middle of it? That's a great idea. Put it on the ship. So there's a lot of things on the ship that I just don't think are too well put together. But at the same time, I've spent the last 16 years covering everything Disney, which is always very well themed. So I think it's kind of weird to just have a thing that's not as well themed as what I'm used to. Plus, I'm not a drinker. There's bars literally everywhere. There's a lot of people who just constantly been drinking out here too, which isn't really my scene. All we're gonna do is we're gonna head back towards the Bridge of Sighs. We're gonna end our show here. How does this size the ship? So we were actually just talking about this before I started. I was talking to my parents and one of my brothers about it. I feel like this ship is really big. It's just so unorganized that even now, today's our last day, I still have no idea. I get off the elevator, I'm like, wait, where am I going? There's no real, like I said, no real theming. It's a big ship, but big doesn't always necessarily mean better. So when it comes to food, there's two exclusive restaurants on board that are quick service restaurants. There's this chicken place right here. There's also a barbecue place on the 8th floor. Both of those insanely good food, really good food. But both of them only open 3 hours a day, and it's the same exact hours of the day. There's also going to be the big pool area. This is where they had like a sail away party. And when I say a sail away party, they had a few people dancing, and that was about it. They're like, it's a sail away party. We're gonna play some music, and then they just kind of didn't really do anything with a story or characters, because obviously it's not Disney. So it was just a very weird sail away party that lasted maybe 2 minutes, and they just played some music afterwards. My oldest niece was kind of like, "Oh, this is kind of fun," and then it just kind of stopped, and she's like, "Oh, okay." And her dad is not a cruiser at all. That brother and sister-in-law are not big cruise people, and I was like, well, hopefully this is an amazing cruise that will make my niece and nephew love cruising and just always want to do cruising. And then yeah, I think this cruise kind of repelled my brother and sister-in-law from doing cruising. They did Disney, they've done Norwegian, and they both agree that Disney's the best they've done, and Norwegian is second, and then MSC is number 3 on their list. But yeah, no, overall, like, it's not my favorite thing. I do like this. I think this is really cool. We're on level 18 right now. I do think this is pretty cool, but besides this, I don't know. It's just, I don't think it's the most exciting cruise ship I've ever been on. But I feel like there's a lot of people on board who do, but at the same time, this could be their first cruise. They might not know what else they could experience in the world of cruising. But we're going to be wrapping this up right here. I'm going to go spend some time with my parents. But as always, if you're not subscribed to this channel, make sure you subscribe. I've not said those words in quite some time. It's been a while since we did our final video. Thank you everyone once again for our 10,000 subscribers. That's huge. That's a huge accomplishment. Right now, last time I looked, we were at 10,027 subscribers. And unfortunately, YouTube, it doesn't do the 10.01 like we do for the 1.01, 1.02, 1.03, etc. As soon as you get into the quintental, the 5 digits, whatever you want to call it, as soon as you get into the 5 digits, it's rid of that feature on there. So sadly, it does not show. We are at 10.02. We are just at 10K. So we're getting closer and closer to that 10.1K, which I'm very excited to hit, just so it's like, hey, we're moving up in the world. But we're going to wrap it up right here. Thank you everyone for joining us. We will be back with more Disney stuff sometime in the very near future. So sit tight. Don't worry. We're coming back, baby. But I hope another is having a super califragilisticexpialidocious type of night. As always, remember that anything can happen if you let it. We'll be back on Disney property tomorrow. Oh yeah. Until then, anything can happen if you let it. Have a great night, guys, and we'll see you guys all a little later. Bye-bye. Bye-bye now. Bye-bye.